Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at servers who judged people's choices. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. We had a woman send a grilled chicken salad back because it was cold. So we cooked some new chicken and made sure to send it back while still warm. She sent it back again. The entire salad wasn't hot enough for her. We microwaved her salad. She ate it. I don't know, man. This literally reminds me of what Gordon Ramsay said. He was like, of course you don't microwave a salad, you donut. Who does that? Hot lettuce? No thank you. That's like eating hot cucumbers. I had this couple come in with their own tea set. The man asked me if I had a few minutes to learn a few things. They were the second table sat, so I honored him. He showed me a very specific way of steeping and pouring the tea over a sugar cube and had me try it a couple times with water. The whole thing was sort of neat. He then asked if I would mind serving them their tea this particular way. They were super kind, even though the man had sort of an intense vibe to him. I filled the pot with hot water and carried it out like he showed me and poured the cups of tea exactly how he showed me. He seemed extra pleased but never said a word or even looked at me. It was no problem and I felt super fancy doing it. I did refill the tea one time while they were there, and he also asked that I keep his wife's water glass full at all times. I knew it was going to be a good table when the first time I came by and refilled her water glass and inquired if they needed any more tea. The man handed me $20 and sort of dismissed me. He did it twice more that afternoon. At the end they paid with no tip, I thought, but $60 and a cool lesson was enough for me. My manager found me about an hour later and handed me an envelope and said they told him they will only come in when I am working from now on. The envelope had $100, business card, and a handwritten thank you note. Apparently they had put this request up for many fine dining places, and I was the only one to get it right and do it graciously. It was very odd because after the first lesson they treated me as if I was almost invisible, backed up by the fact they didn't tip me in person. On every return trip it was the same. If you didn't know the deal they would seem like cold assholes, but they tipped really well and I treated them like VIPs every time. What the heck? That's so interesting. I guess they just like to be treated like royalty, right? And $100 tip plus $60, $160 just to serve one table? Yo, that's crazy. Once a very thin, middle-aged woman came in. She couldn't have weighed more than 100 pounds soaking wet. She asked what our biggest steak was. I told her it was the 24-ounce ribeye. She said, okay, I'll have that. Our steaks came with 2 sides, so I asked which one she liked. She said, I don't want sides. I told her they were included in the price and she still refused them. I bring out her steak and she begins eating. She's about a third of the way through when I ask, how's everything? She says, great, bring me another steak. I say, is there anything wrong with that one? She says, no, it's great, I want a second one. I go back to the chef and tell him, and he couldn't believe it, but we served her another steak. She ate all 48 ounces of steak and left me with a $40 tip. Dude, how the heck do some people eat that much, man? I'd be watching mukbangs and they all eat so freaking much and they're all fit. I'm jealous. Crazy, dude. She ate that much steak. How do you even eat that much? A gentleman sat himself at a booth and asked for a tablecloth so he could walk out with it wrapped around him. I still serve him to this day, and that was around 15 years ago. No shame. Back he comes once a week. We never asked about getting the tablecloth back. Of course you don't ask about that. Why would you want poop-stained tablecloth, huh? Oh my gosh. Good that everyone acted like nothing happened though. Good. Must have been bad if he shat himself at a restaurant, bro. I used to work at a Japanese restaurant and I once had someone come up to me and ask if we had any low sodium soy sauce. The request itself was not so strange and I gave him the bottle we kept behind the counter. The strange thing was what he used the soy sauce for, which was pouring some of it into his Pepsi. Ah, interesting. For some reason, why don't I find this weird? I feel like it makes a bit of sense because the Pepsi is sweet, right? And if you want to counter some sweet, you just add some salt in it and it probably tastes good. It's probably like how some people put a little bit of salt in their coffee for it to taste better. Yeah, I think this one makes sense a little bit. As long as you didn't pour like the whole bottle in, right? Chicken is vegetarian. Lady orders pizza with chicken for the table. Rest of the table argue with her that they're vegetarians. She can have chicken on her own pizza with chicken. She replied, chicken is vegetarian. Refused to understand that her friends were trying to get a vegetarian meal. Chicken is vegetarian? What kind of world is she living in? One time at a Mexican restaurant, my brain glitched and I asked for chopsticks. Poor girl froze up and said, I'll ask my manager, but I don't think we have those. A middle-aged lady insisted she didn't like soda water or sparkling water, so instead asked for a white wine spritzer without the white wine. There are 2 ingredients to a white wine spritzer, white wine and soda water. So what the heck does she want? Just water? Just freaking give her water. Liquid. Okay? How are some people going to ask for things that don't exist? Hi, can I have some grapes without the grapes? Can I have the chicken salad, please? But instead of corn, I want peppers. Instead of raisins, dates. And instead of pineapples, apple. And no chicken. Thank you. So they just want, what? Peppers, dates, and apples. That does not sound good at all. What the heck? I had a couple that told me to wait before I pre-bussed the table so the man could lick every plate clean first. They had multiple apps and entrees between them and he licked every single one clean before I was allowed to take it. They weren't in a private booth or anything. The other guests could see this happening. I mean, I guess they just don't like wasting food, right? But jeez. I don't need like the vision of someone licking their plates clean and then I'm probably going to be served with that same plate, you know, even if it was washed and cleaned. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that people have licked the plates. Because don't you guys sometimes eat out and then you're like licking a spoon, right? And then all of a sudden you just remember, oh, the spoon has been in a lot of people's mouths before. A whole bottle of fish sauce. They use the whole bottle of fish sauce. Dang, how bland is the food that you serve there? Honestly, I guess the food is good enough for them to come back, but just bland. You know how sometimes some places have like really good food, but you're like, if it was just a little bit saltier, it would be amazing. Years ago, while leaving a restaurant, I saw a guy sitting at the counter seats pouring ketchup into his Sprite, straight out of the glass Heinz bottle. He glanced around to see if anyone was looking and then started pouring it in. Oh. Ketchup with Sprite? Tomatoey and lemony soda? I mean, at least he was trying to hide it, you know? At least he knew that it's weird because he was like, yeah, man, you're weird. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.